Hi, everybody. We're a few minutes late. We said we'd go on at 4.
Hi. As you're joining us, please say hello. Please drop your name in the chat. Let us know where you're joining us from. And we're going to be chatting a little bit this afternoon about some different things that we're excited about, but we also really want to hear from you. And while we're on live, we would love to answer your questions in real time. So please drop any questions that you have in the chat comments. Comments.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of Zooms lately, so I said just drop it in the chat, but you know what I mean.
In the digital world, our vocabulary changes. Hi, Loretto.
So, Wendy, what are you excited about with some of the things that we're working on in the foundation right now?
Well, when we're in March now, so this is Social Prescribing Day coming up soon. And so last month we had our Healing Arts and Medicine Wave of Social Prescribing conference, which is amazing. And last week we just had our Hampton Roads Social Prescribing Network meeting. So I feel like we're riding that wave all the way up until the 19th of this month for Social Prescribing Day.
Absolutely. And beyond. But yeah, so Social Prescribing Day is coming up next week, March 19th. So that's next Wednesday. So we're really excited about that. I believe last year was the first year that they had like a National Social Prescribing Day, and it's really about raising awareness about what social prescribing is and how it can really make a difference, how it's already making a difference for individuals and communities around the world. Wendy, over 30 plus countries are using some form of social prescribing already implemented. Here in the US, we just have a handful of pilot projects going on around social prescribing. There's some nonprofits, some other groups within their own regions of the world, of the country, who are doing some pilot programs. But really, we're still raising awareness and like educating people about what this is. And you mentioned, our conference. So that was a big piece of that, of raising awareness and education about it. So that was on February 8th. It was our second annual Healing Arts and Medicine Conference, which is really exciting. And the theme was the wave of social prescribing. And we have something really special that we're going to share with you on Social Prescribing Day. It's related to the conference. Do you want to share what it is? Okay. So on Social Prescribing Day, March 19th, we are going to actually release the recording, the replay, the footage of that conference. So if you weren't able to attend live and join us that day for this amazing conference, which we brought together 4 incredible speakers who are leading the country in this field, Executive Director of Social Prescribing USA, Dr. Jill, that's Dr. Alan Siegel, Dr. Jill Sankey, who has published so many research studies about arts and health and arts prescriptions, Ali Lakuta, who has been part of 2 of the first pilot projects in the U.S. for arts prescriptions, and Julia Holtz, author of the Connection Cure. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel on March 19th to access that.
I know. I remember that day. I was standing at my desk and I did my stereotypical intro. So I was kind of off camera for the rest of the conference. But after the first one, I got kind of cozy, and I have 2 chairs in my little studio, and I just cozied up with a blanket and listened to the rest. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I learned so much that day, and the Q&A was on fire.
Mm-hmm. It was really wonderful. There were so many people who had registered and also attended live. And they were just asking such great questions, such thoughtful questions and thought-provoking questions as well. And so it was really exciting to see that there's so much engagement and around this initiative and momentum. Obviously, we have that, but it was also really great to see that in the attendees and the community. And that's so funny. I just met someone the other day. I just met her for the first time in person, and she's been following our work and she stated that she attended the conference as well, and she loved that she could tune in. Well, she thought it was amazing, and she also loved that she could tune in her pajamas. So
it was very early on a Saturday morning on the East Coast, but we had people from all over the globe, and it really was fun. And I do remember, I was watching the Q&A go through, and someone said, I feel seen and heard. They were someone that we weren't connected to, but still very passionate about this movement and this momentum that's happening. So I thought that was really, and it just struck me. It was very powerful.
It was very powerful because it really, as I mentioned, there's a lot of individuals and grassroots organizations around the country who are doing similar work, or who are interested in this work in arts and health and social prescriptions and the importance of community and arts and connection for healing. And but we're all kind of working in our own little pockets. And events like this annual Healing Arts and Medicine conference is a way to bring all of us together, no matter where you live, to come together and to join in this conversation and this dialogue, to feel less alone. It was a really powerful statement.
I know. And the conferences are so fun. We're already starting to talk about next year a little bit. And, the title of our conference is Healing Arts and Medicine. And the first year was Music and Medicine, which was just very special for me. It's really the heart of our work. But the second wave of social prescribing. And then next year, we really, we're starting to collaborate with some other people throughout the country that are doing and starting to test some of the mind-body connection. And so we are feverishly coming up with a lineup of speakers for next year's conference, which, penciled in, don't hold us to it, but the title might be The Mind-Body Connection.
Yeah. And again, go ahead, just pencil it in, January 31st, 2026. But we already have we typically have 4 speakers at this conference. We already have 2 of the 4 speakers confirmed, which is really, really exciting. So
we have one big ask out that we're excited about. But it's, it seems like every year it builds a little bit.
Yeah.
And so this year we might do a hybrid event. So definitely have a virtual option for all those who want to join. And then I think it's time to maybe get in person again, and
gather together as community that way. Yeah. Learn together.
Yeah, because
together.
What we're finding, and we survey people that come to our events, and generally the response is they want more time together.
Yeah, absolutely. The convening we did last year, it was a social prescribing convening last year, and that was in person, and we had breakout discussions, and by far the biggest feedback we got was everyone wanted to stay in those breakout sessions longer because they were just enjoying the conversation and the dialogue around this topic, and getting to meet other community members who are interested in and are already doing some of this work. So
I know. So we stay tuned, everybody. We're so excited.
Yeah. And then to, further emphasize the importance of this, of community and dialogue, Wendy, you had mentioned earlier that we also last week had our second meeting for the Hampton Roads Social Prescribing Network. And so that was really exciting. That was really great. Again, just a lot of community members here in our local region within Hampton Roads who are actively seeking to move the needle forward on this initiative. And we had representatives from the healthcare community, we had physicians, we had nurses, we had healing arts therapists, we had representatives from the arts community arts organizations, arts districts, museums,
and it was
arts festivals.
The people.
We had double the attendees
from the first
meeting. So this is a network that is growing. So if you are in the Hampton Roads region and you want to join us for these quarterly meetings, please do just reach out. You can reach out to me at Sheetal@BenjaminGoldbergFoundation.org or at admin at BenjaminGoldbergFoundation.org. And we can add you to the invite list for that.
Yeah, I know. So exciting. Well, we want to hear from you guys too. This part of today's live is Ask Us Anything. So with Sheetal and I here together, type it in the comments if anyone has a question for us as we're sharing a little bit here.
Yeah, and if you happen to be watching this as a replay on our feed, just type in your questions. We will see it, and we will respond to it either in the comments, or we might just hop on live again to respond to those questions. So Wendy and I plan to hop on live here every so often, a bit more regularly this year, because we're really just looking for more ways to continue to stay connected, because I feel like we've been talking a lot about it today, of just the importance of that connection and community. And so this is one way for us to do that.
I know. And this year, our theme for 2025 is behind the scenes. So we really wanted to bring you guys in and see how it is here at BGF. And so we're excited. We're doing a lot of fun behind the scenes things. We're also in the works of filming a very short documentary, which also ties into what we're talking about today, which is social prescribing. So we've had some fun days filming. We filmed just last week at the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters in the Benjamin Goldberg Playroom. They also filmed me going into one of my cancer treatments. And Sheetal, they were with you too.
Yeah. They filmed while we were having a meeting with a local healthcare system. So we're working on, we're still in early stages, but really exciting. We're working on developing a pilot program in collaboration with a local healthcare system, with a local museum, as well as a local healing arts therapist. And so we will definitely share more about that as it continues to get underway. But we did, get some footage from that meeting to include in our documentary. So that's really exciting. That's going to be released hopefully within a few months.
Right. We've got a couple more days of filming. They're going to do day in the life of me, which, I don't know that that's all exciting, but that's what we're doing. And, I do incorporate the healing arts into my everyday. So that'll be captured a little bit there. And then, maybe one more meeting. And then I think we might be ready to roll. But our idea behind the shorter documentary was just to kind of get a snapshot of what we're really talking about. And we really want to pitch this to a larger audience and maybe do a longer film and, try to get some funding. So we are super, super excited that could be a possibility soon.
So Wendy, I know this, but for anyone listening, they might not know this. What are some of the ways that you incorporate the healing arts in your daily life?
Oh, okay. Gosh, I feel like I just do it all the time. I mean, when I wake up, I don't, give us first of all, before I answer the question, give us a definition. Someone asked me the other day, they were just started following the foundation and they go, what are the healing arts? And I said, that's great because we need to post about that. But you have a beautiful definition.
Yeah. I mean, really briefly, they are creative pursuits, creative modalities and tools used to promote healing. And that can include a variety of modalities. So that can be art, it can be dance, movement, it can be mind-body practices, things like yoga and tai chi and qigong and mindfulness and meditation. It can be music, sound healing, music therapy. It can be performance art. It can be songwriting, it can be poetry. So there's so many different modalities, but essentially kind of a theme of it is that it is creative pursuits used for healing.
Yeah. So, I guess back to your question, when I wake up in the morning, I do a meditation. It is not long, maybe 10 minutes. Sometimes it goes a bit longer, but I do feel that's like the way I start my day. It sets a tone for me. And then I notice when I don't do it, the day's a little different. So anyway, that's just something that I do in the morning. And then I'm usually off for coffee or something, but I have created a studio space in my home, and I usually put my phone down, and in the Spotify app, they have something called the DJ. And I hook it up to my sound bar in there because I want the sound to be good. And, I'll hit the DJ button and he'll pop on and say good morning, and he'll spin me a few songs. And it's so cool because I get excited. Like, I don't know what he's going to spin. So, music has always been such a big part of my life, especially my life with Ben and Ben's father. And so, anytime I can get to listen to music, I mean, it might be on all the time if I'm not on a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
In the car. I mean, there's no way I'm driving without listening to a song.
Yeah, me too. So similarly, I also have a morning meditation practice, and I agree with you completely. My day just feels different if I miss it.
Yeah.
So I rarely miss it. And even if I do, I still find myself meditating in some way, shape, or form throughout the day then. Music is such a big part of it too. I continuously have something going on in the background, some sort of music or sound. Dance is a big one.
Oh, yeah, dance. I have a standing ballet class on Fridays. So that is kind of my something I very much look forward to. This year, I went to Point, actually. I never did that as a child. I never advanced. But so that is really kind of exciting. And I love it so much. I've always had a studio space. I built one. I had one, gosh, everywhere I've lived, but I didn't have one in this current home. So I have my bar put back up, and so it's fun. So sometimes I'm working and I'll need a stretch, and I'll just go over there and do a plie or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just kind of a constant for me.
Yeah, I love that. Same with me. So I've been taking ballet classes as well, and I think really, currently we have 4 members of our team. So we have a small but mighty team, and really, each one of us practice the healing arts in some way, shape, or another. So we're really like the work that we're doing here goes. It's not just sort of work that we just get up and do every day. It's like we're living it, and it's really wonderful because it's each member of our team is really living it.
I know, and Loretta's on here today, and she just said, music is how I get through life.
That's so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really makes a difference.
Yeah. So if for anyone who's listening, if you're not here with us live, and you're listening to the replay, let us know in the comments, what sort of healing arts do you engage in?
Yeah, find the emoji that matches. I mean, I always find, I use the emoji, like the dance one or the art one.
Yeah.
It's so fun. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just, I'm trying to think. I mean, definitely I have a strong practice with yoga.
That's a big one for me as well.
And then once a week I walk with my old neighbor, actually. So nature, just putting myself outside, I think is healing.
Yeah. That's a big one for me too. I've also started taking pottery classes. Which has been a lot of fun. So if you're listening, I mean, some of these things, it's like, I never really did pottery before. So, it's kind of think of, and you don't necessarily have to do that. There's, simpler ways to kind of bring it into your daily life. But it can also be an opportunity to just sort of explore different interests and hobbies that maybe you haven't done before. And, it was funny because so you might notice kind of the background here. We're both at a co-working space right now. And so I was talking to someone else earlier today, because I liked his coffee mug. And I was telling him, it just kind of gave me some ideas for pottery class. And I was just sharing that, taking these pottery classes, whatever it does to me in that class, in that 2-hour weekly class, it carries over into every other aspect of my life. Like, I feel like it just helps that tapping into that sort of creative side.
Yeah. And then it's like, I think it's like a muscle. You use it or lose it. And then the more you do it, I feel like the more intuitive I am, and the more I open up in other facets. So yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, do you want to, and we've got a couple more people joining on, but do you just want to remind us about Social Prescribing Day
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
next week?
So we talked about a lot of things today, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Kind of where this started was that we really wanted to share that Social Prescribing Day is coming up soon next week. March 19th, Wednesday, March 19th. And that day is really about raising awareness about social prescribing and what it is. If you don't know what social prescribing is, briefly, it is an approach of connecting individuals to healing arts community events and engagement through prescription. So it actually involves healthcare professionals writing a social prescription to patients and individuals, recognizing that, conventional treatments and therapies are so important. And there are these additional components that are so vital to healing and overall well-being as well. We have a page on our website all about social prescribing. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper to learn and explore more about what it is, visit our social prescribing page. It's benjamingoldbergfoundation.org/social RX. benjamingoldbergfoundation.org/social RX to learn more. And yeah.
Yeah, and we also are we were asked by Social Prescribing USA to do a toolkit, a national toolkit, based on the success of our regional meeting, which is one of the first in the country regionally. Yeah. So actually we were working on that yesterday. So we are very excited to share that and help other nonprofits and other regions.
Take a look at that. Other ways to get involved. Let's see.
Like and share our posts.
Like and share our posts. If you're in the Hampton Roads region, we welcome you to join the Hampton Roads Social Prescribing Network, which is specifically for those individuals who are working to actively promote this initiative here within our region. Other ways,
Well, I know another way. We are going to be seeking some funding for our pilot program. So that is going to be rolling out within the next few weeks. So if you or anyone wants to help support our first, Hampton Roads pilot, please let us know. We will start to share some of that information because every dollar counts when it comes to, we spent a lot of time, even building this model of how we're going to approach this pilot. So it's been in the works for a while,
and the implications and the implications that this pilot project holds are huge. Like I mentioned earlier, there's only been less than a handful of pilot projects in the country. And we are creating one here in Hampton Roads to bring this to our community and to bring it at a health system level, right? So this is we're not only dreaming big here, we're taking the steps to make it a reality. But yeah, exactly like Wendy said, we can't do it alone. So if you, would like more information about how to support us on that project, please reach out.
Yeah, please reach out. And we are working with a local health system. We are also working with 2 other organizations in the community. So it is a very strong group that we are bringing together. And I am so excited. I'd like to share what we come up with. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've told Sheetal, I feel like this one pilot may just be the beginning. I feel like there's more to come.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're just getting started. We've already done so much. And at the same time, we're just getting started.
I know. Fun times. And I remember back when we were dreaming of some of the things we could do. and like, I know I've shared this before, but Sheetal and I had met at the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters when we were, talking about integrated medicine way back when, and we stayed connected. And we were on a walk one day, and I said, "Hey, Sheetal, do you want to write an article for the foundation?" I mean, and I just think it was such a simple thing, and it just has built, and that's been a couple of years now.
Yeah,
I know, and here we are.
Yeah,
so.
And now there are, probably about 25 articles. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but I think it's probably right around 25 articles on the website and this network and the convening and an annual conference and the project.
Go back to those articles though. Sheetal works so hard on them, and it's on the peaceoutportal.org under Know the Facts, and she writes a monthly article, really collecting data, combing PubMed. I mean, really trying to find the latest and greatest. All things healing arts.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this month's article. It hasn't been released yet, but it will be released this month. I've already started working on it, and I'm really excited about it. It's really looking at, came across a few studies that looked at music therapy, specifically therapeutic singing as an intervention to help with swallowing function. So people who may have difficulty swallowing due to various medical etiologies, medical causes, it's looking at using music therapy to help with that. And it's so interesting because we think a lot about the healing arts to help with mental health and mental well-being. And so I thought it was really neat to see this study that's really looking at how it can help with functional activities as well. So I'm really excited to get that article out there so that you can take a look at it soon. So stay tuned for that later this month as well.
And Sheetal, thank you for all you bring to the foundation. You bring such credibility, and we could not do it without you.
Thank you. I love being part of this team. So it's just incredible, the work that we're doing.
Yeah. Anyone watching or on the replay, just in the comments, put a little emoji in on your favorite healing art. There's some cute ones out there. What would yours be?
Probably dance.
Yeah, that's what me too. Well, and music and dance, I think they go together.
They do.
You can't really have one without the other.
They do. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for popping on. We just wanted to share a little bit about social prescribing and all the movement that's happening over here at BGF. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon.
Bye.